for the Wiener Shake Show, Wiener Shakers. To get involved, please call 302-RAW-DUMB.
That's 302-729-3664. 302-769-3664.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go!
And now, pull down your pants and spit box your gabagools.
Because we about to blow the lid off of this bitch.
It's the Wiener Shake Show. And now, here's Frank Wiener and Imran Shake.
What'd you say?
Easy with the coughs there, Chief.
Oh, you're going to start off. You're going to start off the podcast giving me direction.
Yeah, I'll do whatever the hell I want.
Oh, someone's a little ornery this morning.
No, I'm taking ownership of my position as co-host because you made it clear last episode that I'm not a sidekick, I'm a co-host, so I'm taking ownership of that.
Well, it's about fucking time, man. Welcome to the show.
I wasn't done. Why are you... Don't speak until I'm ready to let you speak.
You're a loser.
That's right, we got a new soundboard, yeah.
Hey, here's the thing with soundboards.
What?
When they sound like you just saying regular stuff, it's not a soundboard.
You're a loser.
That's not me. That's clearly not me.
That's literally you saying you're a loser.
No, it's not. It's really a soundboard. Good stuff. Good start to the podcast today, Imran. Do you want to explain why we're starting 38 minutes late? I mean, we deal organic, we roll organic, and you are organically late every fucking episode. You're a miracle.
I just love how passively aggressive you are when you see, this is how you were in Chipotle. This is exactly how you were at Chipotle. You try to play it off like you were this calm, sensitive empath, sitting there being like, can I get some pico de gallo? No, you were being full passive aggressive with those kids. Those kids, African-American kids.
They weren't African-American at all.
Right, because they weren't people to you. We've covered this.
Wow. Why were you late, Imran?
I overslept, all right?
You overslept.
Happy? You shamed me. Are you happy?
Is this the type of discipline and ownership you're talking about taking? Because let me tell you what I did this morning, okay? Knowing full well that I had a performance at 9 a.m. I woke up at 6:15. I was in my car by 6:30. I had a bagel passing through my fucking Jew hole by 7:05. I had coffee pouring down my epiglottis, affecting my nerves and senses so that I could be here to hit a fucking home run and a grand slam at 9 a.m. And you were tossing around in your bed, gripping your pillow, speaking French to it as if it was the violin girl. And I'm here, dick in hand, just waiting for you, blowing 40 minutes of a day where I don't have 40 minutes to save.
Bonjour, mon chéri. Oh, mon chéri, bonjour. Bonjour, mon chéri. It's just bonjour, mon chéris, back and forth.
That's where you are today. That's what you've started off at.
I think I'm taking full ownership because I'm walking around here like I own the joint, and I'll stroll in when I feel like it.
You're more and more like Artie every day, actually.
Also, I love how you're now referring to... See, I want everyone to realize this is how Greg operates. Right?
Oh, right. Because I've got ulterior motives. Go ahead, asshole.
He'll hear me say... Because he called this an appointment last time.
No, you did. You called it an obligation.
Oh, you called it an appointment. You said, we had an appointment to record this day at about 11 a.m. and you were 15 minutes late. I was like, oh, this is an appointment? It's more than an appointment for me, pal. It's an experience. It's a moment. How he calls it a performance because he got caught out.
What is this, a fucking amusement park ride? An experience? And also, what was with your text saying... Shit is currently being assembled 2 more minutes. What is that supposed to mean when you're already at that point 28 minutes late?
I was getting my shit together.
Okay. All right. So welcome to the Wiener Shake Show. It was almost just the Wiener Show because Shake overslept. It's his little... do you have to take a massive morning dump? Are we going to have to take a break and wait for your IBS to kick in?
I already rained fire down on that toilet earlier in the morning.
Rained fire. Do you have a regular episode every morning?
Yes, I'm very, and it's a window between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m.
Huh. So you were actually up out of bed before 9.
Well, now that I'm co-host, I have an added responsibility to bear the weight of this show.
What does that feel like for you?
Pretty easy. I mean, I don't know what you're kvetching about all the time.
You're not really doing anything different than you did yesterday when you decided to own your co-hosting capabilities.
I'm doing a lot, actually. So,
what have you done?
I had to think of bits randomly throughout my day. I had to get up at the ass crack of dawn.
You were late.
No, I was fashionably late. I was creatively late because I was trying to refresh myself and make sure that I was at the top of my game when I arrived to do the show, because that's what a co-host does. Greg, you don't show up to the field as the star quarterback having spent the night partying all night without rest. You show up primed and ready to go, physically at your peak.
You party with the boys at night, but then you wake up with the men in the morning and you go to work, right? That's the world you live in, right?
I mean, yeah. And I just want to make clear, these boys are of age. Greg's trying to work this weird Imran's a kid toucher angle here.
I'm not trying to work that at all.
That's what you're trying to work, and I just want to put that fire out before it engulfs my standing and character. Okay, go ahead.
Did you hear that?
I heard that.
Go ahead.
See, it just dawned on me. That is the sad version of the Price is Right theme.
No, that's when someone loses in Price is Right. It's not a sad version. It's a sound effect from the Price is Right.
Jesus Christ.
Well, phrase it properly. Phrase things properly. If you're going to own your co-hostness. Phrase it properly. Execute at a fucking high level like I do every moment of the day when I'm awake. All right, now we're going to get to the podcast. Now we're going to get to it. We had a few fucking technical glitches, which the audience will never hear about because I'm a professional and I'm not going to sit here and air like little high school kids. Oh, this doesn't work. Oh, you burped. Oh, should we put it on the podcast? Oh, all that bullshit. All that rookie garbage, man. We're in the big leagues now, man. We are the official podcast of Hollow Spirit Studios out of New York City. They are our partners in crime, and we would like to welcome them to the Wiener Shake Show on the Greg Wiener Podcasting Network.
First off, you need to stop listening to apparently autistic podcasts.
Autistic kids don't sound like that. That's very demeaning. I have autism in my family.
Oh, no.
Yep. Way to go, Imran. Okay. Way to go. Way to go, out of the gate.
Oh, boy.
You want to insult my mom, maybe my dead dad? You want to insult my girlfriend? Who else are you going to shit on today, Imran, after being 48 minutes late?
Actually, we are now full hour late because you couldn't get your shit together.
Well, I had my shit together,
so I brought my shit. No. I brought my shit as I'm supposed to do, as I am the co-host. And you
were
dropped
late.
The ball, my friend, but you don't see me berating you over it. You don't see me berating you
because
over it. You don't see me spending an hour diatribe going, oh, Imran, man, you need to be more professional. Listen, that fucking Foley sounds like the sad version of The Price is Right. You try to quash my bit about this
sad
before.
Version.
I'm not going to let that happen because I'm the co-host. I'm taking the wheel on this son of a bitch.
No, it's not like you haven't taken the wheel, and by taking the wheel, I mean of a bulldozer. I don't know if a bulldozer has a wheel or just those gear shifts that turn it left and right, but you just get it in one direction and you put the pedal to the metal. Man, I got to tell you, Imran finally delivered. We'll give you an update. He delivered Lost Paula episode, which was labeled, by the way, gang, episode 6, okay? We are currently recording episode 16, okay? So, and in that... and he
this is 15.
No. 15 is the Paula episode now, which I am re-editing, by the way, because Imran doesn't understand. He doesn't understand broadcasting. He went to school for physics and psychology and camel milking, and he doesn't get broadcasting. You don't get it, and that's fine. You shouldn't. I've been steeped in it for over 25 years. I'm highly experienced. It's why this show is taken seriously by critics and studios and podcast fans. The Wiener Shakers, they listen to from the opening. As soon as they hit play, they hear professionalism, they hear class, and then you open your fucking mouth and you just talk it, taka, and Paula, God love her, you two, if you were to fuck, you would come at the same time, I'm sure, because you continually talk at the same time. You guys should definitely at least fuck once, just to see what it's like for both of you to come at the same time and to experience that. My God.
Greg is all hot and bothered because we took over the show a little bit and didn't let Greg, a gringo, white man, get a word in edgewise against two feisty Latinas. See, that's Greg's MO. He wants to be in charge all the time.
MO, modus operandi, for those who don't know.
And he's so used to his privilege. He's so used to being white man in charge.
Yeah.
He couldn't stand two feisty Latinas sticking up for each other, voicing their voices.
Yeah, voicing their voices.
You suck.
Okay, again.
So anyway, let's just a chart. Yeah. In the time it has taken Imran to finish quote-unquote editing the Paula episode, I have literally met, fallen in love with, and began a new relationship in the time it has taken you to edit one episode of our show, which is an hour and 45 minutes, and it's horribly edited. You left in such garbage in there. I'm just like, how are we supposed to? We are evolving this show, and we recorded it like a month and a half ago, which is why I urged you to get on the good foot, badass, and get that shit done, Camel. And you didn't, and now we're... I just called you Camel.
Yeah, I know you did. I know. It's all right, sales bin. Keep going.
What?
Sales bin. Clearance
Sale
rack.
bin. It's not sales bin. Again, wow, you are consistently butchering the English language. You don't get your S's right.
The English language?
English.
You said English.
Okay, but you said sales bin. It's a sale bin. There's not multiple bins. It's sale bin. That's what you were aiming for. You missed horribly.
It's sales bin because all those items are on sale and there's multiple of them.
Okay. Are you done? Are you through? Before we get started into our animus bit, can we just...
I don't think it's a bit, my friend.
No, it's not a bit. It's as organic as the booger falling out of my nose at this moment. Imran, can we exchange some niceties? How are you?
Fuck you.
I'm trying. I don't want this to be a podcast full of hatred. Because I really do adore you and I want the best for you. When I say by the best for you, I don't mean Violin Girl coming back in your life, because that would not be the best for you. You would be jumping up and down, reporting to her beck and call constantly. You would be a whipped dog. And I don't want that for you. You are a man. You own yourself and you should own women, not let them own you. That's not where I was headed. That's not what I was aiming for, though. I guess we should get to it. A Violin Girl update, real quick.
Yeah, big update, actually, which is why I came into this show really hot and ready to go, because I have somewhat of a big update. Now, I know last time my update was really big, and it was, and then it kind of fell to the wayside because the ticket deteriorated. But I'm on my phone. I'll lay my cards out here. I was on a date last night, and
with who? You don't have to. She's active duty, but just give us a. Did you tell her about the podcast?
No, she does not.
Okay. So talk about her.
Let's go.
Yabos, go. Ass like a shelf or a cliff. So this is like date number 3, 4, 5.
6-ish.
Okay, so you've definitely been inside of her and seen her body without clothing?
Without her permission, yeah. I'm going to call her frat girl because she is a frat girl.
That's not a good look for her. I mean, frat girl basically insinuates that she's a drunkard and a mess when she gets hammered, and she only cares about banging football players. And that's what I think of when I think of frat girls.
Well, that says something about you and your misogynistic tendencies.
Okay.
Mr. You should own women. So, let's not go with your biases.
Let me clear that up real quick. I think what I meant to say is you should own yourself in a relationship and not be owned by said Violin Girl. just because
No.
she makes a mean curry and speaks French. Don't let that control you, Imran. I'm glad she ghosted you. She doesn't deserve you. Go ahead.
Woof.
Go ahead.
Woof. No, you clearly stated that all men should own all women. Is that how you treat Tom Hanks? Because let me tell you, that's a poor way to treat Tom Hanks. And I just want to backtrack a little bit. You mentioned how, since you started recording this podcast, since you started editing, I was in a full relationship. My friend, you have not knocked boots with Tom Hanks yet.
Imran.
So technically,
Yeah, oh, we're not in a
That's a short-
relationship?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying you can't throw that in my face because you haven't even consummated the deal yet with her. You haven't
Please.
sealed the deal, so you can't use that as a time reference. Because for regular people, for regulars, you seal the deal after date number 2.
No. Oh, really?
Or 3 at
it's
worst.
that clad in iron. Or what is it?
Sales bin, I think.
Sales bin. Imran, listen. No, and you know what? I was going to talk about what a gentleman I am. I open the door for her. I treat her like a queen, and I have not invaded her intimacies. I have not. Okay? So that's the Tom Hanks update. We have not experienced coitus together. Okay, hairy arms?
Wow. Yeah, my hairy arms are a sign of virility, pal. Women look at these arms and they go, A, I didn't know arms could be that skinny. B, wow, he must be virile AF because look at how hirsute he is.
Okay. Where were we?
Big update on Violin Girl.
But you were
I'm
out on
my
a date
phone.
last night with Frat Girl.
I was on a date with Frat Girl.
Damn it, these fucking notifications are back. Do you hear them?
I hear them.
I mean, we're lucky we're recording right now and that you can hear me and you can hear this.
I hear those goddamn...
Ah, wow. This fucking podcast is on a train, on a fucking track to hell. It's amazing that we're functioning right now. Give us an update, and I'm going to try and mute the fucking mail app. I'll just turn it off. There we go.
Yeah, take 2 seconds away from trying to
I
find
did.
work.
Oh, shut
while
up.
Recording.
Shut up. Shut up is such a mean thing to say to somebody. Shut up.
It's coming.
Isn't it? It's so rude.
Not 2 seconds ago. I want this podcast to be about love.
I tried, and you wouldn't say anything nice to me, so we're back to where we started. And people
Yeah.
don't really want to hear a love fest over here. I think if people have gotten this far into episode 16, which is where we're at, the Wiener Shake Show, they know that we have a deep, deep, deep affection for each other. Okay?
Sure.
They can tell. Go ahead. So you were out with Frat Girl.
You're using affection like people use the term economic anxiety. That was a forced bit. Anyway.
Once again, your analogies. I don't think you've ever made an analogy that actually makes sense on this show, so good streak.
They all make sense.
None of them do. Have you listened back?
Every single one.
None of them.
Just because they go over your Jew head doesn't mean they don't make sense.
Oh.
All right? Maybe if I made analogies revolving around money and the saving thereof, they would make sense to you. But some of us think about things other than scrimping and saving money.
Somebody woke up on the anti-Semitic side of the bed this morning. Jesus, man. Out of the gate.
I'm trying to envision the anti-Semitic side
It's
of
got a
bed.
Hitler flag rug. You fall out and Hitler's there like a little fucking hologram of Hitler. Whatever the fuck he sounds like.
Oh, is that
I don't know what that was. That sounded like an Asian coming. Oh, God. You threw in a Hassan there. Shocker.
San? That's what they say, San.
Oh, right.
Greg San.
Oh, Greg Hassan. Imran. How do you do Imran Hassan?
Imran San.
Imran San. Fucking
Imran.
dumb.
Imran San.
Okay.
I worked with a Japanese guy who would pronounce things in a Japanese accent every now and then, to be funny. And one of the funniest things he would ever pronounce was Brooklyn, and he'd go, Brooklyn.
Okay, I'm going to
That's not funny
delete that
to
whole
me, but
bit.
it's-
I'm going to delete that whole bit. I'm taking a break from the N-word drops this episode on purpose because I don't want that word to drive people away. Because I know it's a word that hurts people's feelings, but it's also a word I think that if we fucking hit on enough, maybe it'll lose some of its power. I don't know. It's a Lenny Bruce thing, and it didn't work 60 years ago. So why would it work now when we're devolving as a society? Go ahead. You were on a date with Frat Girl, and Violin Girl called or something. What were you saying?
No, you don't want your economic anxieties to show. Also, talking about pretentious podcasts, Lenny Bruce references. All right. Okay, there.
Pretentious? He's a fucking comedian that paved the way for the likes of George Carlin, Richard Pryor. So there's nothing pretentious about that. You know what's pretentious? Nomenclature. I speak français. That's pretentious. That is if you look up in the dictionary, it's your dumb looking mouth saying nomenclature in casual conversation. You are pretentious to a fault unconsciously, and it comes out in your piss. So go ahead.
I want to start this show off with love, all right? I adore you. No, shut up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I adore you. You pretentious prick. Listen. So I'm coming off this date. Hot. I'm coming off hot. Feeling good.
Good.
Little warm. Little woozy about what just took place.
Did you do some dick sticking or what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Good for you. Good for you. You look tired.
Yeah. I know you don't know what that's like to sleep with a woman.
Wow, that's maybe a little hurtful to somebody who, is struggling in that department right now.
Oh, you're struggling. Ah.
Let's move on. So how long did it take you to nut inside this girl without her permission? Because that's your move. That's your stilo. We should call it the Imran. Did you rock the Imran? What's an Imran? Oh, it's when you come inside of a girl with a condom on without asking permission.
Everyone's going to be like, what are you talking about? That's not a thing. That's not a thing.
You know what? A buddy of mine, Matt Corey, who we gave a shout out to, nearly nut himself when he heard it. He insists that I'm lying when I've found people that agree with me on that argument. But I'm not.
I do too.
I'm not lying.
Yes,
a buddy of mine, Corbin, who is a wiener shaker, agrees, and another buddy of mine, Daniel, who is one half of Hollet Spirit Studios, our new partners, also agrees. All two people. So.
All two people.
Yeah,
you're really casting a wide net there, pal. Listen, here's the thing.
Yeah, back to your date.
I'm coming off this date.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
Oh, yeah.
It took me pretty quick to pull an Imran on her, to be honest. She kind of gets me going. And I even apologized. I usually apologize when that happens. And she was like, oh, I take it as a compliment, which made me feel even worse. But
no, that's perfect. That's a great symbiosis. She loves the attention of you nutting too quick.
Let's not call it nutting. Let's call it something more.
A what? Completion? What do you want to call it?
Popping, blowing one's wad, or jizzmazzing. I don't know.
Jizzmazzing's not good. There you go. All right, go ahead.
Again, that sounds like the sad version of the main theme of Price is Right.
It's not a theme. It's a sound effect when someone loses. That's all it is.
No, I know what it is. God damn, I know what it is.
Well, then say that. It's not the sad version of the Price is Right. That's not a functioning sentence, Imran.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
They took the version of the Price is Right theme themselves and made a sad version of it to portray sad things that happen on the goddamn show.
So
God, you got me hot. Got me hot.
Okay, so you're saying that The Price is Right took their theme song, whatever the fuck that is, and they right, and you're saying that this is that theme encapsulated and turned shorter and made sad. That's what you're saying.
Yes, you fucking Jew.
Couldn't really hear that. What'd you say? What are you saying? Come on.
Yes.
Come on, you little bigot. Come on, get it out. Let's get it in the clear, you fucking racist bastard.
I'm not a racist. I just have a lot of economic anxiety. Thank you very much. Listen, I know all you can think about is bagel, 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 money, money, quarter, penny, bagel, money, schmear, schmazazzle. That's all you can think about. I get it. But what I'm fucking trying to convey is that the theme of The Price is Right bum bum ba bum ba 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 bum ba 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 bum bum ba bum. You take that and you just flip it. I don't know what the musical terminology is. I'm not a musicologist, but you take that, you flip it, and you make it sad. You do the sad notes of it and go bum bum ba bum.
So it would be
It's the sad
going.
version of the Price is Right theme.
It would be going down on the musical scale. Is what you're saying to
Yeah.
invoke sadness.
Yes, down sad.
Down
You know
sad.
this because
Wow.
you listen to. Apparently, you listen to people with Downs podcasts.
It's really interesting to get Imran waking up late. He falls out of bed onto a swastika area rug. and this is his output today. And I like it. I like him fired up as opposed to, I don't want to do a podcast. I have a headache. And I'm going to write an essay. And then, I like this version. He's fired up. So... listen, we're still trying to find the formula that works, but I like this one. Very much.
Oh, thanks, Greg-san.
No,
Thank you.
not a problem. I like doing that voice.
It's fun.
It's a very fun.
Greg-san.
I was... I'll tell you a quick story. I was staying in a hotel in New York City with a ex-brother-in-law, and we were sitting out in the hallway. My sister went to sleep early, and we were like, I don't know, we were smoking weed or something. We were being degenerates. And we heard a couple next door. I have two sisters. Keep your fucking eyes off of them. They're both spoken for. And we're sitting in the hallway at like midnight, and we hear people fucking in the room next door. It was just a, And I don't know why... I think we may have heard them talking or seen them go in, so we knew that they were Asian.
They don't have sex.
Oriental, or whatever you want to call them.
Orientals.
Sure, Orientals, like the rug. We heard the guy climax. I'm going to try and do a good version of it. Don't look at me while I do this. Something like that, but he was saying something in Chinese while, making that, karate. He said something in China. China.
That's all they do. That's all they know. Karate.
Anyway, karate. Maybe that's what I would exclaim if I was Asian and, coming.
Oriental. Can I just say?
Yeah, please do.
I find it much hotter for a woman, for females, to make little moaning sounds like you just did earlier than wild, loud noises.
Okay. Well, noted. I don't know why I needed to hear that. Why did you just jam that opinion down my throat? Okay, guys, stop everything. This is what Imran would like to hear while fucking. Like, how did that just stop the broadcast right now?
I want you to know. I want you to know what I like and don't like. Just content.
This is content. Speaking of content, maybe
so
we
I'm
should...
getting off this date.
Oh, yeah, please continue. I was going to take a break because it didn't seem like you had content, but I forgot you went on a date, so... Go ahead.
Well, this is the violin girl update.
Oh,
but
right.
You keep on rudely interrupting me, so I can't get to it. And I know our fans want to hear it. The wiener shakers, they're shaking their wieners, trying to...
Don't do that.
Hold off on completion.
Don't do that. That's not why we call it the Wiener Shake Show. And that's not why we call our fans the Wiener Shakers. It's not about shaking wieners. It's about our names. You have to take it such vulgar fucking places, man. Such obvious vulgar places. Grow up.
It's about holding their dicks and trying to complete. So I'm...
Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Before I forget, you have a zit right under your nose. Either that or it's like a fucking... yeah, you got a whitehead, dude. Yeah.
That's what that was. Because I felt a little burn.
Looks like shit. Looks like shit. You look like you got a fucking wart on top of your lip. You got a date tonight?
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yes, I do.
Don't fucking pop it on the air.
Jesus, dude.
Don't pop it on the air.
Oh, my God. I got a fucking date.
Did you have this last night when you were with the frat girl?
I must have.
Look at how vain you are.
I got a date tonight.
Oh, my God.
It's a good one.
Well, you should pop it on our next break. So finish this frat girl story with the violin update. Because then we got to go to a break. Because now we have people that we are beholden to give commercial time to. Okay.
It's a big update, right?
Yeah, right.
No, it's huge. I'm going. I'm leaving, and I'm a little zonked after spending the evening with the frat girl.
Where'd you go real quick? Did you take her out? Did you take her dancing? You take her for a drink? You take her for a bite to eat? You get some pad thai? What'd you do? Take her to a museum? Where'd you go?
We went to her place.
Wow.
Straight up.
Digging deep, huh?
It's economical for both of us. And then I can afford a burger afterwards for myself at the diner.
I knew it. I remember how tight you are with money. Go ahead. I just had every once in a while I have a flashback of like cohabitating with you for 2 months, and you were always pinching pennies, and I would call you a Jew. Do you remember?
No, I blocked out a lot of you.
I bet you did. Well, right. That's why you're doing a podcast with me on episode 16. Go ahead. Right. So,
Anonymous. I'm walking, and I check my phone afterwards. You know, it's always fun when you're on a date or out somewhere and you put your phone on silent, because I'm not a goddamn monster. I put my phone on silent when I'm interacting with people.
Wow.
And I check my phone, excited to see, what the world's been up to, who's been trying to contact me, who wants to chit-chat me. And I see a message from...
Not the violin girl.
Well, I don't want to say her real name on air, but let's say her real name is Jody. I see a message from Jody.
It's one of my sister's names. Did you know that? Is that why you're using... You do know my sister Jody's name.
I did not know your sister's name was Jody, but it's good to know now. And I'm going to continue to use it.
Of course you are, because you're an antagonistic little terrorist.
I do terrorize you with things often. So
that's all I mean. I'm not talking ISIS or Al-Qaeda. I'm just saying you're an emotional terrorist. So you get a text from, quote-unquote, Jody. Great.
And I'm like, and for 2 seconds, I'm like, oh my God. She's contacted me, finally. Holy shit. She wants to get back. Oh, no, wait. This is someone else from a dating app. It's not my quote-unquote Jody. It's not the violinist.
So it was a girl with the same first name as the violinist.
Yeah.
And you thought it was the violinist.
Yeah, but I think it's maybe the violinist trying to reach out to me to see if I'm, dating or dating out, but she screwed up and couldn't think of a different name, so she just, made a fake profile, but like forgot to change her first name. So it's her reaching out to me, trying to see if I'm out there, putting myself out there. And so I'm gonna play it cool. I'm gonna act like it is someone who's not violinist girl, and I'm gonna go along with it, see what happens. But when it comes time to like, oh, do you want to go out? I'm going to be like, no, because my heart belongs to someone else. And then that'll show her that I still care for her. And then maybe she'll contact me for real.
Did you think of the violinist while you were inside of Frat Girl?
No.
Are you lying right now?
No.
That's a yes.
No. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Okay.
You asked me if I thought a violinist girl, and the answer was no.
While you were inside a Frat Girl?
Right. I'm just going to leave it at that.
But you thought of her before you were inside Frat Girl. You pretended in your mind that it was the violin girl. You closed your eyes. You thought of the violin girl, and then you put your dick in the Frat Girl.
No.
All right. Well, another non-update of violin girl. Let's take a break. I'm going to piss. You're going to pop that a disgusting fucking whitehead on your lip so you could... Oh, God. All right, that's enough. We'll be back. This is the Wiener Shake Show.
Taste the raw, you guinea bastard.
This podcast is supported by Zcast. Zcast.co is their web address. They are an app and website. They provide the platform that you're hearing this podcast on. They provide RSS feeds, server space, and links for sharing your podcast. We'd like to thank the folks over at Zcast for their incredible platform and for their constant and undying support of the Greg Wiener podcast. We love you, Zcast. Thank you so much for your hard work, and we look forward to forging a beautiful, professional, profitable, and maybe sexual, but not harassing sexual relationship with you. Thank you, Zcast.
Hey there, Wiener Shakers.
This is your man, Flo Rida.
Hey, what's happening? It's your little homie Plies, man.
Hey, yo, what's poppin', man? It's your boy Bow Weezy, man. Check it out.
To connect with the Wiener Shake Show,
Text or call
302-RAW-DONG.
And now, back to Greg Wiener and Imran Shake.
And the Wiener Shake Show on the Greg Wiener Podcasting Network.
I mean, we're talking running out of skin erection. Big up to the boys at Hollow Spirit Studio. Big up, man.
Why are you doing a Rastafari accent?
Because I want to give them big ups.
You can just talk like a normal human being when you do it. You don't have to be in character again.
It doesn't sound right to say big ups to Hollow. No.
Well, then
be like,
just
big up to Hollow Studio Spirit, whatever they're.
Wow.
The Hollow Spirit Studio, man. Boom shaka.
The Wiener Shake Show is now the official podcast of Hollywood. of Hollow.
We're the podcast of Hollywood,
yeah.
Everybody.
Of Hollow Spirit Studios out of New York City. You're going to be getting to know these cats. Probably have them on the show. Dom Scott, Daniel Bailey. I think they're an independent record label, producer, high-end creator of music and video content. They most recently set the internet ablaze, dare I say, with a Dirty Loops-inspired cover of Michael Jackson's Thriller. And here it is now. The first song we've been able to actually play legally right here on the Wiener Shake Show. It's Hollow Spirit Studios. Dominic Scott, Daniel Bailey, Jordan and Jaron Kanata right here on the Wiener Shake Show.
After midnight, something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, seems sick that it almost stops your heart. You try to scream, but terror takes a sound before you make it. You start freeze as horror looks you right between the eyes. You're paralyzed.
dark-skinned South Asian, the bargain shopping Hebrew, the Wiener Shake Show.
Hollow Spirit Studios. We highly recommend these guys and are over the mother bleeping moon to be working with like-minded individuals who are ready to take this industry and redefine the cocksucker. You know what I'm saying?
Big up, man.
Hollow Spirit Studios, Dom Scott, and Daniel Bailey. We drink your bathwater.
Those boys, man, they got it down like Bumble Cloud down, man.
God, I wish you would have chosen a different character to attach.
Dom Scott, Daniel Scott, man.
Stupid. It's Dominique
Scott.
Anyway, a link to their website on our Facebook page, which is at The Wiener Shake Show.
We have a Facebook page?
Yes, we do. And it's at The Wiener Shake Show. Yeah, you didn't create that, I did. And that's why it's a functioning platform of content and ways to reach out to us besides 302 Raw Dong, which has been your contribution.
So the theme today is friendship, and I actually have a good companion story to go along with it. A good buddy of mine who I came up through medical school with, he's a world-renowned anesthesiologist now, and he was talking to me about friendship, and it's really a theme that we can all take with us through our daily lives, and it's really good to hit on this because Terrence's wife was out of town in Japan for a month, and his brother-in-law had to stay with him due to some financial matters. He says to me, Dr. Bill, me and my brother-in-law, we just don't connect. Our friendship is rough. We don't do anything fun together. We just sit and watch TV. How do I strike a bond with this man? He says to me. So I said to him, a good way to get closer, and this is besides drinking beer and taking in a game together. I said, Terrence, you got to have your brother-in-law go down on you. And Terrence says to me, he said, whoa there, Dr. Bill. He said, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I said, no, you whoa. Terrence, you whoa for a second and listen to me, okay? Your family, okay? Your wife is away in Japan. You have manly needs that this other human being can fulfill, and it's something you can share together. I said, ask him to lick your balls a little. Have him put his mouth just on the tip of the penis and flick the tongue around a bit. And hey, if he's comfortable enough with that, go ahead and have him lick up and down the shaft a few times with his tongue, because that's okay. I mean, you're family, and it's getting to know each other in an intimate setting. I mean, come on, you can have the game on if you want. You can have a six-pack in the fridge, 2 open tall boys on the coffee table, but let your brother-in-law take your penis into his mouth. And I said, Terrence, I guarantee you're going to have something to talk about after that's all done.
Imran can't complete the orgasm from oral, and Greg storms out of Chipotle's across America. The Wiener Shake Show.
So, if any of our beautiful listeners want to give us a call, go ahead and do it at 302 Raw Dong.
You can't even get that out without giggling like a high school boy.
And I want to be clear here, it really is 302 RAWDONG Raw Dong. 302-729-3664 for you dyslexics out there. Give us a call, leave us a message or something, if you want some advice, you want you got some news stories you want us to talk about, or maybe you see a violinist who speaks French and you think that she should call in, or maybe you are a violinist who speaks French who used to date the sidekick of the show, and maybe you want to get back in touch with him. Maybe you could call him and leave him a message and tell him that you love him.
So
and you want to date him again.
This whole idea for a phone number is basically to get the violinist to call in.
Basically.
All right. You want to give the number one more time?
302.
Can't even do
Raw Dong. 302-729-3664. But really, give us your messages. We really want to hear from you. And we might play it on the air if it's,
and even if you call and you want us to call you back with advice, or you want to have a conversation with us, or you want us to call and leave a voicemail for someone or recording, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, we charge $30 a phone call back, but...
standard and our standard rate supply.
Yeah, $30 an hour. High-priced, hired guns of voice and laughter.
Which will be just Greg saying something inappropriate and me just giggling in the background.
Exactly.
That's what you're going to get for $30 an hour.
Yeah. So, good for you. This is a new possibility for you in your life.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Welcome, listener. Oh, and rate,
I got to
review.
piss real bad. Can we wrap this up or what?
Jesus Christ. Are you serious? Every recording with
What were you going to say? You were going to say something. I cut you off. Yeah, well, that's
our brand. That's what we do. I was going to say rate, review, and subscribe. That's it. And share.
Delicious.
We really need subscribers, though. So,
guys.
We have them, but we need more. There's never enough. So, all right, that's it.
Yeah, I got to go jerk off.
All right. Bye, bitches.
Bye.
Bye.
This podcast has been brought to you by Greg Wiener Productions, Inc. and Hollow Spirit Studios. To get in touch with Hollow Spirit Studios, go to their website, hollowspiritstudios.com. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share. And to reach out to Greg Wiener or Imran Sheikh, feel free to message us at The Wiener Sheikh Show on our Facebook page. Or call 302-RAW-DONG. That's 302-729-3664. Thank you again for listening to The Wiener Sheikh Show. I'm Oprah Wiener.